Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Urban Legends Final Cut stars Jennifer Morrison, Matthew Davis, Hart Bochner, Loretta Devine, Eva Mendes, Anson Mount, Joey Lawrence, and is directed by John Ottman. Urban Legends Final Cut follows in the footsteps of its predecessor by also taking place in a college environment. But this time they're a group of film students. Amy Mayfield, played by Jennifer Morrison, has the perfect idea for her film thesis. A slasher film based on urban legends. Everything goes fine in the beginning until her cast and crew start dying one by one. Things get even crazier when a fellow student takes their own life during this chaos. Part 2 in this series manages to keep the atmosphere of the first film. The opening scene racks up the tension just like the original, but it's a little bit unbelievable. You're telling me one guy took out the entire plane? What? It's a bait and switch?
Hey guys! When I say cut, that means stop!
That's right, Final Cut threw a curveball right out the gate. Good move, film. You got one up on me.
Bitch.
Again, just like the first Urban Legend film, Final Cut has an impressive cast. There's no future Oscar winners or horror legends here, but they do manage to bring back Loretta Devine, who played the security officer Reese in the first film. I have to give her praise here because she gave an awesome performance. It felt like she jumped right back into the role like it was the next day. Really, the whole cast does a great job with their roles. These characters really are fantastic, albeit a little too pretentious. They can be kind of unlikable. Our lead, Jennifer Morrison, is definitely not as unlikable as the rest of the cast. Amy is relatable and extremely likable. She's someone that just wants to prove she's more than family money. I felt for her character. I'll go as far as saying she's one of the most underrated final girls. Holy shit, is that snow? I guess we didn't have to wait for a remake to see the original's planned setting. I spoke too soon. It only lasts a few minutes. However, I did like that director John Ottman did make references to the first film. They pay homage to the furry coat worn by the killer in the first film. A couple of the special effects artists in this film are seen sporting furry hoods. And they even throw in a huge cameo. The killer from the first film. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything for you. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this sequel is they played up the theme of this series. The original film actually becomes an urban legend in itself, and that is a genius. They even go as far as calling her film Urban Legend. I'd be disappointed if they didn't go in that direction. I was really impressed by the dialogue as well. Every word these characters spouted was believable, and they didn't go too far out of the realm of possibility. At least for a slasher film. The killer is really menacing in part 2. Although he may be a little bit too much of a mix of Ghostface and the Hookman. Had they brought back the furry coat as his actual garb, I think he could stand more firmly on his own. Final Cut is very good at setting up red herrings. It's very good at keeping you guessing as to who the killer is. Every time I thought I knew what was up, they led me in a completely different direction. There's actually a really interesting scene where Amy is shown running, going over all of her friends in her mind, thinking about who the killer might be. The interesting part is the faces of her friends fade in and out of the mask. That saves an incredible amount of time and saves us from expositional dialogue. As far as the killer's reveal is concerned, oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's twisty as hell to get there, but damn, the ride is fun. I was shocked and pleasantly surprised to see that Scott Derrickson co-wrote this film. Those of you that don't know, Scott Derrickson wrote and directed Sinister with Ethan Hawke, and of course, he directed Doctor Strange. But it doesn't stop there. He also wrote and directed Hellraiser Inferno, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and Deliver Us from Evil, among others. So Ottman had a helpful hand and a heavy hitter on writing when it comes to horror. There's also great kills here as well. One involves a window. I was incredibly sad to see this was John Ottman's only film as a director. He put together a fantastic follow-up to a cult 90s slasher. Ottman spent the majority of his career before this film as a composer. I felt that he added a certain flavor to his scenes with his music that a director without a scoring background couldn't. In the end, guys, I'm gonna have to give Urban Legend's final cut a metal claw. Back when I did my review of the first Urban Legends film, I kind of lumped this one and the third one together as bad. Guys, I was completely wrong. As I said, director John Ottman made a fantastic follow-up to the original film. The story and script by Paul Harris Boardman and Scott Derrickson was smart and tight. The killer was mysterious and intimidating, and the cast, especially the final girl, were stellar. I definitely need to add this film to my collection. I was wrong about this sequel. It's much better than I remember it being. I guess I need to revisit Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. Alright guys, that has been my review of Urban Legends Final Cut. What did you think? Let me know down in the comments down below. After I watched I'll Always Know What You Did last summer, I thought to myself, maybe I should take a look at some of the lesser known slasher sequels. As I said before in that review, if there's anything that you want to see, let me know down in the comments down below. It's almost 100% at this point that I'm going to check out Urban Legends Bloody Mary. If you like this review, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see any of my future reviews, especially that Urban Legends Bloody Mary review, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the best way to check them out. I would also appreciate it, guys, if you check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LetterBoxd. But most importantly, guys, I'm Zach. This has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends. Alright guys, that has been my review of Urgent Legends. Ottman spent the majority of his film before this career. Urban Legends Final Cut stars Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence! Great. I'm putting that in there.